Right, just an update on the HQ Holden project. Um, Last video I made, which was a live video, was when I was just starting to pull the car apart. Now I have put painted the chassis and put it back in with new mounts. Bought new brake lines. I've just put the clutch assembly back in, the linkages, and the brake vac. The motor's just been put back in. Since then, the last video I've sanded back the firewall, sprayed that. The car's been undercoated. Fuel tank was cleaned up and put back in. Need to get a new fuel sender for it. Put the diff back in. Shocks, they're the ones I had originally in. They were still pretty good. So I just bought new bushers for them, put them back in. Springs are the ones I had in there, just cleaned them up and painted them. Put new spring insulators in, the rubber insulators you can buy from Resto Country. Control arms I've painted with KBS. Didn't put new bushers in those because they were pretty good too. As you can see, the hole underneath was sprayed in satin black from KBS. I recommend spraying it. It comes out a lot better than just brushing it. Cut out all the rust along the back window. And it's been undercoated now. Repainted the clutch and brake pedals, put new pads on. Completely pulled all apart, all the joins and bushings. Re-lubricated and put them back in. And the next thing to do will be to order a heap of new parts in. I've got to buy a heap of new bushers for the control arms and ball joints. I've just painted the tail shaft, sanded and painted it. Bought some new uni joints for it. I'm just going to go back in. And in this quarantine period, I've gotten a lot done. The garage is a lot cleaner. Even sorted out all the spanners and sockets. Got them all in order. So my next video will be once I've done putting all the new parts. I'm buying new discs, new hoses for the discs, rear discs as well. I'll be reconditioning the steering column. I've got some bearings for it already. I've got a blank to get rid of the old column shift. Here's my control arms to go back in. Just got to buy some new ball joints and put them in. Clean that one up. Got an electronic dizzy there. There's my dash to put back in, sitting up there. I had another video where I reconditioned it. This is probably the worst door that I've got. I welded in a panel. That was my first attempt at welding in a panel. I didn't pause between welds and as much as I should have, and it's a little bit warped, so There's going to be a little bit of bog in there, but not too much once I grind it back. There's my part of my exhaust system for spraying an old range hood. Some exhaust fans in there with filters. Same up here. Just do some basic spraying. Not sure if I'm going to actually do the top coat myself yet. I may attempt it. I'm not sure yet. Just got to think about that. There's the Supra 5-speed. And the cross members in. Well, hopefully in my next video I've installed all the parts that I've said that I'd get. Happy quarantine.